my name is the Dreaming Gamer, and welcome back to another Lunchtime Gaming. So last we left off, we done the main quest, I guess you could say, for the Veil. So now we are we're gonna blast off to the stars. Laptop's ready to blast off, I'm ready to blast off. I was looking at my character in this idle camera, and I look like something out of Robotech. Okay, here we go.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
I understand not wanting to go back. You didn't seem happy in Edgewater. You've never been on a ship before? Those people in Edgewater need you. I can understand why you don't want to go back. I wanted to come with me.
Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you?
Yeah, you can keep the priest
I can
happy.
tend to your engine.
No.
I know my G-valves,
Not
my
that way.
catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too.
I meant you can.
What do you think?
You can keep the priest company. Nope, that still sounds wrong. I'm glad to have you along. Pick a cabin, it's yours. You just met me. Why would you go into space with a stranger? I'm not interested. Goodbye. No, pick a cabin.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. I got a captain.
Okay. I'm so interested in knowing how you knew where my ship was.
I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Yeah. See, it was called the Reliable, but then I put making it the Unreliable. That is not the way. Wait, yes it is. No, it's not. Here it is.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.
Thank you. Thank you.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power
Do
regulator.
you know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Can you walk me through it?
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders. Just holding my arm out. Yeah. Listen to it.
Where are we headed? You mean about the mission being too clean?
Oh, whoops. No, no. Maybe I'll take Vicar Max next time.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Install the power
All
regulator.
systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get out of here. Against all odds, the Unreliable takes flight.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting to hear from. This better be quick.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Get to the point, Phineas. I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time. Never been better. Yeah, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine.
I can manipulate time, and he's like, oh,
What
okay.
you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Fine, I'll go have a word with Gladys. Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet? Slow down, you're asking me to get involved with the black market? Or I could put a couple light years between me and Halcyon. Can I land somewhere outside of Stellar Bay? Why do I need a nav key?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it.
He knows me well.
Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
Fine, I'll go have a... Wait, the black marketeer. What's stopping me from just leaving Halcyon altogether? Can't I land somewhere outside? Right, the black marketeer.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years.
She's gonna
Her
shoot me
smuggling
the minute she
credentials
sees
are
me.
unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
I don't like the idea of working with a criminal. Well, that's not me. What's stopping me from just leaving? Fine. What's stopping me from leaving?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place. And we can start by reviving the Hope.
Fine, I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
I'll put it to good use, thanks. You want to explain what a holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
Mentioned this thing has limitations. People actually fall for this? Seems far-fetched. I'll put it to good use.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Is that what this is? Oh. Ooh, a little jumpy. What are these particles floating? Workbench. Pravati. Adelaide's deserters dreamed of an independent life without board oversight. You taught them an important lesson. Never dream. Wow. Holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that give you access to restricted areas, providing you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise results in being attacked on sight. unread messages. Some type of Chinese chess. Oh, I got a skill point. We'll put it in dialogue. Continue to improve stealth. We put the rest in tech. There we go. Oh yeah. Get you more health, get you threat generated, and hack. We do that. Wow. Ooh. Terra 2, an idyllic terrestrial planet. Halcyon's wealthiest elite live in its capital city, Byzantium, while the colony laborers live in corporate-owned township along the frontier. That's where I'm at now. Okay. Groundbreaker, independent orbital station in the remains of Halcyon's first colony ship, captained by Junli Tennyson and run by descendants of the original crew. An abandoned asteroid facility located in the wings of Terra 2, repurposed into the experimental laboratory, living quarters, and hideout of Phineas Vernon Wells. An uninhabitable icy planetoid at the edge of the Halcyon system. Typhon has nothing to offer the Halcyon colony. Scylla is one of the largest asteroids orbiting Halcyon, the largest in a group of rocks known as the Charybdis cluster. Hephaestus mining once claimed the asteroid, but its prospecting site was abandoned decades ago. Named after its hellish atmosphere, Tartarus is where the board maintains the maximum security penal complex known as the Labyrinth. Probably gonna get thrown in there. Eridanos. Halcyon's second Jovian gas giant in the atmosphere is rich with hydrogen, helium, and various noble gases. Distillation plants in the atmosphere harvest these gases for energy. There's Monarch, one of Olympus's many satellites. What should have been Halcyon's second habitable world was long since been abandoned by the board due to monstrous, ravenous creatures. Oh, excuse me. Olympus, largest of Halcyon's two Jovian gas giants. Perpetual storms weak the planet's atmosphere, rendering it uninhabitable. And then our last planet, Hephaestus. The closest planet to the sun, the Hephaestus mining company was first to establish outposts here, and as such, it has claimed the planet for itself. Okay. I guess I'm going here. Passes to anywhere. Oh. That's cool. Walking the system map here, you can find all the planets as well as points of interest. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Mission reached. The Groundbreaker.
Ooh. What am I supposed to do now,
Welcome
Ada?
back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Ada, tell me a joke.
What happened to the captain who kept pestering his ship computer? The life support was disabled. Ha, ha. Get it?
Play my favorite
Now
song.
playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
Wow. That's not my favorite song.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified
What?
jingle their favorite song. As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. I'll be here.
Can we talk?
What's up?
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junli Tennyson?
What about her? She can't be that good. This place is a dump. Is this urgent or can it wait? What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sure, we could head over to engineering now. I thought you said you could keep this boat in good repair. Are you asking to leave my crew and join hers? I don't think she'd be much help. If you happen to be along, feel free to speak up. Sure.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time.
Okay.
Did you want to talk about something else?
No. Think it's time you move along, Pravati. Oh, I can select up to 2? I didn't realize that. Hi, Storm Cream. How are you today?
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure.
I'm good.
Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by.
I can't complain.
Don't mind, Captain.
Oh.
Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying.
Yeah.
Check yourself,
After our
Sure,
last
Felix, you're not making
last
this
time
any
you
better.
joined me, I
Get you with me.
went online and I figured out what the problem was. So now when you talk to me, I can see it in the
This
window.
is a groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this.
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please.
Present Hathorn's ID. My name's Boosin. It's my first time here. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, I don't have an ID.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board.
Ugh.
Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
When I was in Twitch, there's in the settings where you like set up like your schedule and stuff like that. There's an option called latency. It's kind of in the middle. It's called latency, and you can select it either to be low latency or regular latency. Low latency is supposed to be for like if you want to play and not focus on chat, and then normal latency is supposed to work on so you can have a better interaction with chat.
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Listen, I just recently, the last week and this week, just recently, you know, I thought that too. I actually did. I thought that with like, you'd want it on lower latency or higher latency. Yeah, no, I thought it was the other way around too. Because I had originally switched it off to not to interact with chat so much as I was getting used to this. But then when I started this Lunchtime Gaming, I went on and I saw that it was already set up that way. So, any idea where my ship's been
Access to that
impounded?
information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Great, I'll go talk to him and straighten this out. Sounds awesome. This has to be a mistake, and I'm going to wing this Bedford guy's neck. I'll talk to him.
You take the starch out of him, well, You won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Her shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery.
Actually,
I don't know much
no.
else. I stopped listening when she started
got
yelling.
this game. It was on Epic's Games for like a year or so, and then it was, and then I bought it on when it eventually came to Steam on the holiday sale that's recently happened.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Can I find a job? Or can you tell me?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
Sounds like a fun guy. So there's tension between Groundbreaker and the board. Board runs most of the system, don't they? Thanks for the info.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Yes, actually I do. Me too. It's called the Skywalker Saga, right? I thought it came out last year, and I was super hyped, and then I noticed that it wasn't. And then, but I still don't know when it comes out. But I am pretty excited to play through all nine movies. I love the Lego Star Wars games since I played, so my age, since I played the very first one on the PlayStation. Early 2021, okay. Make the board fix it. Why can't Groundbreaker and the board just work together? Glad it terrifies them, the bastards. Keep pushing them.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you.
Hopefully they can.
But whether you allow that,
Hopefully they
is
can
up
keep
to
up
you.
with that schedule.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
Board wants
Yep.
this.
Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more
Stormcream,
landing
do you
bays.
play any of the
Haven't seen
other?
nearly as
Have you
many
played
tramp
any of the
crews
other
this
Lego
one.
games?
Sure thing. Be seeing you.
Oh. Well.
Move along.
Can we talk?
Oh, what?
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
Ooh, that's exciting. I really liked the
I've been thinking on that. There's
The
a former
first one? I especially liked that the
infamous
AI was not
philosopher
as
scholar who fled Terra 2 some years
useless
ago.
as
He's an expert
it,
on Baconu.
as they were in the later games.
He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone
I
in this
played
colony
the,
could translate that book, it
the
would be
Clone
him.
Wars, but I've never actually beaten the Clone Wars. Now that was a really fun one. I've also never played, for the Lego Star Wars, I've also never played the Force Awakens one. I don't know, I just wasn't into this whole idea that it was just going to be one movie, basically. Sounds like a good lead. That seems like a bit of a long shot. Seriously, only one guy in this whole colony. A former what now? Like a bit of a long shot.
Oh, I'm anything but certain. But it's all
Really?
I've got at the moment.
It's
Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to
100%ing
start.
a game.
This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great
I think
place
there's a
to pick up
very,
ride to
very
Hephaestus,
small
Scylla,
amount
even Monarch.
that I have ever, like,
All I need is access to a data
100%
cartridge from the
completed
security
too.
terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of
Trying
all
to think of
crew
what games
manifests
have
for
I
both arrivals
100%ed.
and departures.
Like, I can think of games that I come close. Like, I beat the story, or I collect all the major things, but probably the two Legos. The two Lego Star Wars are the only ones that pop in my mind right now. I think Bioshock Infinite. Yeah, for Will. Especially once you start throwing in some of the achievements. I also think it's oh, my controller died on me.
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure
Yeah,
manifests
achievements.
to track
I
the Philosopher's
also get
off-world
irritated about games
destination.
that have achievements that require, like, the online aspect of it, because, like, if the servers go down, then you're never going to complete that. Sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
So he wants a translator. Oh, that is a door.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Okay. So I can't jump over that.
Rizzo's knocking out ball. A CCN 76 more compromise. Incredible and savory message. It's time for a KYL.
Which game? Storm Cream.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
Oh.
These stairs are Ford property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
So, let me ask you this, Storm Cream. Have you ever played
On our station?
a Fallout game?
Yeah, this is Chief Junling's ship. You don't own shit here.
Oh,
I'm
there.
just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
To remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
Lucky one.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Yeah, there's a Fallout 76. That's the online one. The one that's that's had a lot of problems. But the reason why I asked is because the Outer Worlds is made by Obsidian, and Obsidian is known. Well, they've made a few things, but they were, before they became Obsidian, they were the original creators of Fallout. They also made Fallout New Vegas. They also made Knights of the Old Republic 2, and a few other games. And then they decided to kind of make like Fallout in space, which is what the Outer Worlds is. You are a colonist that was frozen in deep space because of how long it takes to travel, and you were woken like 200 years later, and now corporations run everything, and you're trying to help this scientist kind of overthrow the corporations, or you can side with corporations. It's very like different decisions and branching, like, yeah, branching decisions, and stuff like that. The writing's really good in it too. Alex is dead. Forget Alex. I'm going to win your screening net. You Spratfuck. Give me back my ship. Alex isn't important. I'm here to turn. Ooh, I'm here to turn Phineas Wells. See, like this. Phineas Wells is the scientist and the rebel that unthawed me. So apparently I can just turn him in. Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with him? Fine.
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Yep, he sure did. I really wouldn't know. I don't even know what picture he's talking about. Yep, it sure did.
That's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
He was eaten alive by feral canines. He died in an escape pod accident. Trust me, you don't want to know the details. So, he was instructed by Phineas to plant the beacon so my escape pod could land there when I was when Phineas sent me down to this planet. Except for he missed the whole move out of the way part, so the escape pod just crushed him, and that's what happened. But we're gonna say he got eaten alive.
No. How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends, becoming one with their droppings.
Again, I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic at hand? So, about my ship. So...
Fine. You're free to go. I've removed the impound order on your ship. But before you go, I did have one request. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Why is the board so interested in Wells anyways? Why do you think I know anything about Wells? I know where to find Phineas Wells. Alex never mentioned Phineas. Why is the board so interested?
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
Alex never mentioned him.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
What's this about the board having your head?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well, it's my white whale, I suppose.
Can't tell you where Wells is.
It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see here. Can I mark? No, only one. Okay. Oh, okay, it's this way.
Have you seen this man? Reward offers of information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
So she like through this door or?
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. This unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
Aren't you just a glorified vending machine?
This unit is
Aw.
programmed to simulate shock at
Okay,
such
well, Steam Cream,
assertions.
I
Shock
thank you for joining me,
simulation
and I
non-functional.
hope you have a good rest of your day,
Prototype
okay?
has
And I
been
will,
filed.
thank you. Let me take a look at that, maybe I
Shock
can fix it.
simulation restored. Initiating shock subroutine. How dare you? Shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispensation protocol. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
That's not a door. This is a door. Yeah.
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Some townships have asked Halcyon News to make a statement regarding rumors
Top.
of food shortage.
Top.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Are we all done being excited? Okay, here we go.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Boostin, nice place you got here, Chief. I'm captain of the Unreliable, recently unshackled from groundbreakers and pound. Oh, excuse me. I don't plan on staying long. Boostin, nice place you
No,
got
it
here.
isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
I'll do whatever I can to help you keep the peace. I'll try not to start any fights, but I might have to end some. Salute. Copy that, Chief. I'll do whatever I can.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Just... Now that my ship's out of empowerment, I can safely say I'm headed to for Monarch. None of your business. Just passing through. I kind of just want to say that.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Pravati, you want to talk to Junlei? Go ahead. It seems kind of warm in here. What's going on? What's it like being in command around here? You don't have a lot of faith in the board. Pravati, you wanted to talk to Junlei? Go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
No need to be so formal. No need to be so formal.
Force of habit, I guess. Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Pravati, don't be shy about requesting time off if you need to compare notes in person.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Thanks, Junlei. I have other questions for you. Nice job, Pravati.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Seems kind of warm in here. What's it like being in command? Seems kind of warm in here.
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Why haven't you fixed them yet?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
there no room for compromise?
None.
Oh, oh, oh.
Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive.
You need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for
Reasonable,
this,
huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Got it. The back bays. Am I supposed to know what that is? How do you know that the parts are still there? But there's a catch, right?
The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
I'll get you those parts from the back base. You can't get those parts anywhere else. Can't we try to talk this out? Have you tried sending anyone else down there? I'll get those parts.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Oops. Okay. So let's go to...
This is Halcyon News. We are...
CNP, I can't believe it's not yours. It's unbelievable how...
I know she's in there.
The news packet had the tossball scores from DeConnors.
Rizzo's will slap your whole family tonight.
Quest objective requires you to enter a restrictive area. If caught inside, you'll be shot on sight. Use your disguise to prevent immediate hostilities.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with. Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Yeah! I should know something about those I'm flying with. What's your story? I wanted to ask you about that book. Does it have something to do with your religion? Let's talk about this personal quest of yours. Ask you about this book.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
What's a philosophy?
Philosophism's a false religion
What's a piece
that
of
stands
toast?
in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the
bread.
philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
If I caught searching for banned books, that's a bad example, doesn't it?
The story of my life. Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time.
Our toast is just so
I
boring.
had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Bakonu journal.
That's enough for now. That's also enough for the stream too. So I want to thank everyone who stopped by and joined me. I want to give a special thanks to Storm Cream who stopped by and chit-chatted. So yeah, I'm glad we finally got I'm glad we finally got off into space. Now we got a whole space station. Whoa, space station to explore. And Vicon Max is kind of creepy. Okay, so anyway, I will see everyone next time on the next Lunchtime Gaming, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.